cowboy romance. That's crunchy. This book got me fucking giggling. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I've just finished updating my first part of the reading vlog, and this is going to be part 2. I thought I'd just split them up again, do half and half in each, just because it's easier to do that way and I can keep track of how long the reading vlog's going to be, because obviously I don't want it to be like mega long if I have loads of thoughts. But we have 3 books left to go. So the 3 books left on the TBR that catch me is Prickly Pear, which is a YA choose, small town YA choose. We have Promised in Blood, which is the second book in that series, which I will be doing on audio and like reading, so immersive reading. That is a like paranormal YA choose. We got all the YA chooses left. And then we have Training the High. I always get the book title wrong. By Paisley Hype, which is a cowboy romance. It is not a YA choose, but yeah, that is a cowboy romance and I'm excited for that. I have chosen Prickly Pear, so I've chosen the YA choose. That's just what I'm in the mood for, like a cute little small town YA choose vibe. At the moment, my plan is to do Training the Heart next, because I am fancying like a cowboy romance. I just read a cowboy romance a minute ago in ARC, Small Town Smoke Show by Holly Renee, which was 5-star, guys. So fucking good. And yeah, I'm in the mood for another cowboy romance quite soon. So, but I had already started this when I'd finished the other one, like before I'd finished the other one. So, but that is my plan. This one I'm enjoying so far. So we have Evie, we've got Matthew, Nick and Austin. And this is the 3rd book in the series. This is the final book. The first one was MFM. Like swords do cross in the whole series as well, guys. Except book 2 was FFM. So there was like sapphic going on. But it is like a mixture. So it's like not even like by awakening. What would you call it? Like everyone's fucking each other basically. And then this one we have Austin, who fancies Matthew. Matthew fancies Austin and Evie, and now Nick seems to be the vibing with Matthew as well. So I feel like there's going to be swords crossing in this one. And Evie likes all 3. She's been in love with Austin since, I'm trying to like show you who they are both one-handed. So Evie has been in love with Austin for her whole life, and we follow, this town is called Why Not, and we follow the Why Not siblings as well. So Austin, Dallas from book 2 and Avery from book 1 as well. And yeah, she's been in love with him. I have a feeling that he's gonna have like been in love with her whole life, or his whole life, but I don't know yet. He hasn't said that in his POV. I'm not very far in, like literally 16%. Then we've got Nick, who has our mullet. He's our cat daddy, and he has a 9-inch pierced one. If you know, you know. And he basically, on the prologue, like, went on a date with Evie and gave her the best night of her life. And now he's moved to Why Not. And then we have Matthew, who is our sexy doctor, who's just moved to town. Well, like a year ago now. But yeah, I'm excited. We've got like a curvy girl FMC in this one. And Cleo Evans sent out Not Safe for Work artwork as well. And Evie with the 3 guys. There was a whole scene stitch. And she was like out in all her glory, and she is a very curvy FMC. She's very confident. She loves dressing up, and I love that. I love like when the curvy girl is like, the rep's like done well, if that makes sense. As someone who used to be like bigger themselves, like I absolutely love that, because sometimes you can get a book and it's like not the woman, but like it almost feels icky of like sometimes people around her, like how they act towards them, like very, I get that obviously in some books and it adds to the story of like fat phobia and stuff, but sometimes if it's not done well, like it comes across really icky, and it doesn't feel like it adds to the story. This one has nothing like that in the minute. Like I don't even know why I'm droning on about that, but yeah, she's very, very confident, and I love that. That's what I come to say. Hi guys, before I give you an update on my day, so my day's gone. So basically I've got this little, this is like not anything to do with, I think I've got a cute little, and by the way, my hair is slick Rick. Anyway, I've got this cute cereal pot, but Jack hates, like, at the bottom of the bag, you get all the, like, shit bits, basically, so when you pour out the cereal, it comes out. So I'm having to sieve it out and then put that in there so that it's not there, so it just makes it a bit thingy. But, Prickly Pear, where did I get up to last night? We are getting some group scenes in a minute, so Austin is not involved, which is the childhood one that she's pined over, but Evie has had scenes, separate scenes with Nick and separate scenes with Matthew, and now they've had a group scene, and it is top tier, guys, let me tell you. I'm really enjoying it. The first book was good, I enjoyed it, but like it was okay. The second book I enjoyed a lot more, and this book I'm enjoying. I think the second book might be my favourite though, but we'll see. Keep you guys updated, and we will see. Hopefully I can finish this in the next couple of days, and then I can start my Cowboy Romance, which will be a physical book because they are not on KU, so I'll be reading my physical version. Guys, I honestly can't wait to go home and read. Honestly, I am in the car right now. We just finished work and then we went food shopping because we had to do food shopping. Usually, like, we've been since we moved out getting like HelloFresh meals a week, but some weeks I either don't like the meals or like that spicy meals, or just like there's not 5 meals that I want, so then we just use old meals and then get the ingredients from like the recipes. So that's what we've just done, just been food shopping, and now we are, Jack's just in the garage, and then we're gonna go home. I'm gonna put food shopping away. I'm gonna see how long I've got, because we're going to Jack's brother's tonight for dinner, so I'm gonna see how long I've got until we need to go, because obviously I want to get like a shower or something, and I want to clean the bathroom, so, and clean the house actually. I'm gonna blitz the house, that's what I'm gonna do. That's my plan. But if we don't have a lot of time before we go, by the time I've finished doing the shopping, then I'm gonna do it in the morning. Just want to give you guys an update on Prickly Pear. I've got about an hour's left, so I'm almost finished. I'm enjoying it. It's not my favourite of the series. I definitely think Cactus, fuck, I can't remember what it's called now. The second book in the series was definitely my favourite, and I think I enjoyed the first book a little bit more than this, maybe. I think, obviously you've got 4 people in this one, and although there's like, each person has their own like insecurities and such, and they're working together to get over that, it's a lot of smart and spice. Like, I'd prefer if we focused more on the relationship a little bit more, but we're getting a lot of like spicy and smart scenes, which I like, but I think I'm not in the mood for that right now, so it's like hard. I'm gonna give you guys an update. I've just put it up on my leaning against my Kindle. Okay, let me give you guys an update on Prickly Pear. So I finished it last night. I didn't film just because it was quite late. It was like midnight, I think, and Jack was like, wanted to go sleep, even though we didn't go sleep for another hour because we were doom scrolling. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, Prickly Pear. It was a 3-star kind of. So I would say it was sort of like a 2.75 star. Not quite that 3-star mark. I enjoyed the first book, Thorn Kiss. I remember the names, by the way, after I filmed last night. I enjoyed that one. That one was like a 3-star. No, Thorn Kiss was the second book. Cactus Heart was the first book. Sorry, that was a 3-star. The second book was Thorn Kiss. That was a 4-star. I really enjoyed that one. And then the Prickly Pear was a 2.75. It was just shy of a 3-star. That's what I rated on my Fable anyway. And my Goodreads, obviously I just put 3-star, just round it up. So, 2 seconds. My throat's dry. So, yeah, it was okay. Like, I enjoyed myself, but like I said, there was too much spice and smart against plot for me in that particular moment. I say this so many times. I say this every time I talk about smart and stuff. I have read books where it is 95% spice, or 95% smart really, and 5% plot, and I have fucking devoured those books. I have rated them 5-star. I've rated them 4-star, like between a 4 and 5-star. but I have given 5-star to these books, so I'm gonna make one today, guys. And I was obviously in the mood for it then. Like, sometimes you eat that shit up, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss, but like, which is okay. But for this time it was just a miss, unfortunately. I read the first 2 books I both had on ARC. This one I didn't get on ARC, I didn't see a thingy to apply for it, but so this one I read on Kindle Unlimited. But yeah, it was just, I wanted that little bit more plot. There was too much spice because you've got 4 characters as well, and although you get group scenes, you get the individual like 2-pair scenes or even threesome scenes, and yeah, it just felt like you were just cramming so much smut into like a small paced book too. I think it was only like it was between 350 to 370 pages, something like that. So you've got so much smut in a small book too. Like, the smut books I've read before, they're like 95% smut, are large books. They're like sort of like between 500 and 600 pages. So this one, you've got a normal size romance book and then trying to fit that smut in. Whereas I feel like book 1 and book 2 had a lot more plot focus than book 3. There was obviously that smart element, spice element, but there was a lot more plot in that than this one, is what I'm trying to say. But rambling. Anyway, the next book I'm going to pick up, so I'm going to pick up Train in the Heart, which I keep fucking forgetting what the second book is called, but this is it. I've done it before. I've got the sprayed edge version, the works version, by Paisley. This one's not on Kindle Unlimited, so this one I'm going to read physical. I've not done a physical in a little while. I don't know what the last physical I read was. I think it might have been Cruel King by Rena Ken, and then I did Take Me in 7 as well last month. I think over to the physicals I did. I had other books that I had physical of, but I did on KU. But this is what I'm going to read next. I really, really enjoyed book 1. Book 1 was a 5-star for me, guys. It was so long ago I read book 1 as well, like, and I feel like I'm in the mood for a cowboy romance. I didn't do a cowboy romance that long ago, and I did quite a few last month, but I feel like I am in the mood for this. I'm gonna edit the first half of my, or like the first part of my May TBR reading quickly, just so I've got that edited and ready to go probably next week, because it's Sunday today, but I've already scheduled my video and edited and scheduled my video for today. So this is going to be, I'm losing my train of thought. Anyway, I'm going to edit that and then I'm going to start reading this. I won't get this finished today because it's like 300 and just shy of 400 pages. This one is about, let's have a look, Wade Ashby. Okay, so this is one of Cece's brothers, and I think he's like the grumpy quiet one, and he's getting like a new, from what I remember on the first book, there's like a new ranch hand or something. Yeah, I don't know if it's ranch hand, but she's basically, Ivy's come on to and working on the ranch, so he's had to hire her. I remember sort of towards the end that he hired this new girl, even though it's so long ago. How do I remember that? But like, I can't remember fucking what this book's called when I had like researched it fucking a million times. And yeah, so I feel like it's gonna be, I don't know if it'd be Grumpy Sunshine because I don't know what Ivy's gonna be like, but Wade is definitely giving grumpy, and I've heard good things about Wade Ashby. Like, this is a lot of people's book boyfriends. I am most excited about book, it's not even book 3, I think it's book 4, book 5, I can't remember. It's the like best friend and like the sheriff, I think it is. It might be the next book actually, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. So once I've edited my video, I will start this and then I will give you guys some more thoughts. I'm reading downstairs today. Usually like when I film up in the bedroom because it's like of an evening when I go up. So like usually when you see me filming up in the bedroom, it's between sort of 10 and 11 o'clock at night. And that's because obviously in the evening I'm sitting down here, but usually Jack's sat there like playing the PlayStation or like doom scrolling on his phone or something, and I get like really embarrassed when I'm filming. So when I go up like a little bit earlier than him, so I might go up like 10-15 minutes earlier than him, or if he's sitting down here and he's like having a bowl of cereal or like some like fruit and yogurt for like an evening snack, I'll go upstairs while he's eating that, so that, because I know that I want to film like my thoughts, and then he'll come up after, which is why when I do my like thoughts the next night, I'll do it like obviously the next day rather than doing it that night, because I'm like, he's already like in bed. But yeah, but he's working out in the garden today, so I'm thinking here is, I don't even know what fucking time it is. It's in the afternoon at some point. I'm really not sure. I spent the morning, I spent like an hour and a half cleaning the house, cleaning the bathroom. So when I was finishing that, I was listening to an audiobook while I was doing that, so I managed to get like 19 chapters done, which is crazy. But yeah, anyway, I don't know what I was saying, but that's what I was doing today, and it's a chill day today, which I like. I've got the washing on. Oh, sometimes you just need those chill days. Like, I don't mind doing stuff at the weekend, but sometimes, especially now that we've got our own place, like, I want to take advantage of the mortgage that I'm paying for. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like I'm rambling today because Jack's been out there all day, so I've had no one to talk to. But that's okay. Like, I don't mind. I'm just chilling here. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm sitting in here today because he's outside. I sit down here anyway. I can actually film. Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired. The past 2 Sundays. Was it past 2 Sundays? It might have been the Saturdays. The past 2 weekends, either on the Saturday or Sunday, I've napped for like between half hour to an hour. And now, even though like I spend all day at work and I don't nap, I think it's because like I'm sitting here, so now I'm like, oh, I can really do with the nap right now. Like, I fall asleep right now, but then it like fucks me up later. So anyway, I'm gonna edit that video and then start my book. I'm on chapter 2, and judging by what Wade is saying, he's clearly very grumpy, and he's saying that he's talking about her scrunchies, and he's saying she's got like a tower of them on her desk, bright and happy looking 24/7, just like her. So she's clearly very sunshine. I'm literally not far into the book at all, so love. And she listens to spicy audiobook, so we stan her. I find really interesting, so I'm just about to start chapter 3. First, second, and now the third chapter is all in Wade's POV. Usually when you get like a romance book, the first few chapters are like always in the female's point of view. I don't know why. It always just seems to be a very like common theme. And if you do get like the male point of view as the first chapter, it's only like the first chapter. I don't know if anyone's found that as a common theme, like the first few are always like the female, which I'm fine with, but I'm just saying it's very unusual to have like 3 in a row. I'll keep you updated if like the 4th one ends up being Wade's and not Ivy's, because I'm dying for Ivy's point of view now, because obviously we've had Wade. So the first chapter was from August, the second chapter is from October, and the third chapter, it doesn't say, so I'm assuming it's just continuation on now. And he not like yearning, because I'm only like 3 chapters in, do you know what I mean? It's not yearning, I'm only 18 pages, but like he obviously finds her very, very attractive, and he's like, she's like gorgeous, like she doesn't know how gorgeous she is, blah blah blah, blah. And he's talking about how sunshine she is, and how that she has like a scrunchie, like a million scrunchies, and they're like everywhere around the ranch. And they've gone out for like drinks for CC and Nash from First Book's engagement party, and she was cold, so he gave her like his suit jacket to wear, and he takes like, she obviously gives him the coat back when he's going inside. And then he like goes to hang up his jacket, and something falls out, like hits on the foot, and he's like, what the fuck is that? And he bends down, he scoops it up, and it's basically like a black satin scrunchie. And he's like, fuck's sake, like she literally wore this for 20 minutes. And then he gets the scrunchie, picks it up, see, and then he brings it to his nose, and he's like smells it, and he's like, oh, it smells like her sweet sugary scent. He's like, fuck me, it's nice. And then he's like, I popped the black satin scrunchie in the basket on my fridge as I head off the shower, finders keepers. And I was like, keep that scrunchie. So cute. But like, I'm only this far in. I'm like, is it going to be a fast burn? Is it going to be a slow burn? Like, I'm not actually sure yet, but I guess we'll find out. Next chapter is Ivy, so like, exciting. Well, technically it's chapter 3. I didn't realise the first one was actually the prologue. So prologue, chapter 1, 2. Yeah. So the third one is Ivy. So now I'm excited to get her point of view and actually see, like, get in her head and see what she's like. Can't wait. Because we only got her like a little bit in the first book. I feel like we got Wade a little bit more because he was like the brother of Cece. So yeah, I'm excited. I feel like I'm really hoping I love this book because I loved book 1. So I'm hoping the rest of the series is just going to be banger after banger. Like I am hoping, because it's like Chestnut Springs, Elsie Silver. It was just banger after banger, barring, in my opinion, the third book. Didn't really like that much. I was only like 3.5 star, but all of the other books 5 star. Really enjoying it, guys. I'm only 50 pages in, but I am really enjoying it. What was I saying? I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because a couple of my friends kept messaging me and I kept getting distracted. So put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that it doesn't come through, but that I can keep my phone on loud just in case like someone tries to ring me. Because I am a sucker for like, I do not answer the phone. My phone's always on silent. Usually like during the day and stuff, I'll have like my watch on. So like calls and stuff come through there. But like on a Sunday, I don't really wear it unless I like go out. So yeah, I've had to put my phone on loud for like a Sunday just in case someone tries to ring me, because like you never know. And we've not got like a doorbell yet. Our doorbell's coming tomorrow. We've just ordered one. Like we've just, obviously people, if they come, nobody ever comes around, but they knock on the door, but then like they don't really knock that hard, so it's like you can't really hear the door like when someone knocks. So like we've been umming and ahhing about getting a doorbell. We did have an old Ring doorbell that our friend gave us, but it's in like one of the boxes still in storage, and we don't know which box it's in, so we haven't got it yet. And obviously it's like a little bit old now, so we're like, oh, we might as well just get a new one. So I was researching like the Ring, and there's like a Eufy one. It's like EUFY, which Book Bestie Sophie has, and she recommends that you'd have to pay a subscription for it, whereas the Ring doorbell you pay like the Ring doorbell, but then you just pay for the subscription. So there's like a fleck of dust, dirt or something on my phone, so trying to get that off. So yeah, I don't even know what the point of this. I think I'm just rambling today. Anyway, I'm this far through, really enjoying it so far. I don't know how much more I'm gonna get done today. It's like 6:45 almost, I think. Just waiting for Jack to get back. He's just gone to change over his work truck for my car, because that's what he was driving earlier. He's finished like concreting in the garden now, and when he gets back then we're gonna make dinner. I don't know if he's gonna want to shower first or not, but I'm hoping that he agrees with what I want tonight. I want bacon crumb mac and cheese. It's like a mac and cheese, but it's got bacon lardons and it's got like breadcrumbs in it as well. And I'm just fancying like pasta and something like comforty food, but it's like a bougie comforty food. We did make it before. I'll try, if I can find a picture. It's like a HelloFresh meal, but we've not got HelloFresh this week because I didn't like any of the meals, or I didn't like enough of the meals to make up our 5 meals. So we're just doing like recipes that we've done before. So that's what we're doing. If I can find it, I'll pop it here. But yeah, I am excited for that. Hopefully, I'm hoping he wants that. Otherwise, it's gonna mess up my plans. I don't know what else he's gonna want though. What's our other options? Quesadillas, but Jess is coming around Wednesday for those. We've got like rice and like pork loins in like a sweet and sour sauce, but I'm not really fancying that. We've got a butter chicken masala curry type thing, which I'm not fancying either. I don't fancy curry. We had curry last night. I can't remember what else we've got, guys. Udon noodles is the other one, which if he didn't want the mac and cheese, then I suppose like the udon noodles, I wouldn't mind actually. But I am fancying that pasta, so fingers crossed. Also, one of my nails that really long, one of them's pretty short. But anyway, as I digress, I'm gonna read a little bit more while I wait for Jack to get back. He'll only be a couple of minutes. And yeah, girl, I'm 118 pages in. She's only this much, not even halfway. Is the spice gonna start already? I'm like low-key wanting it to. The slow burn is like, do you know what I mean? I'm not in the mood for a slow burn. I'm sort of like, how can we can't really go much for a slow burn because there's so much tension. So I'm like, are they just gonna Marvin Gaye and get it on? Okay, they're not gonna. They just got interrupted. So of course they did. I mean, they kissed. Of course they got interrupted. Guys, when I tell you, this book got me fucking giggling. So they didn't have the spice. The spice has not happened. Not even straight after that other bit I was talking about. But they've basically gone to Nashville now, and he booked like a room with like a king room with an adjoining king room. So that was the only like rooms that were left basically. And he gets there and he's like, yeah, I got this. And he's like, oh yeah, I've got like your penthouse with like your king room. And he's like, oh yeah, like with the adjoining room. And the person's like, no, there's only one room. And he's like, no, I booked this. And he's like, oh well, I can only see this one room to book on the system, and we fully booked like till Monday, like there's nothing we can do. And he's like, fuck. So we got the one fucking room trope, one fucking bed trope. You know how it is, had me giggling. And then, do you know I said before, like he was basically collecting her scrunchies and putting them in like a little pot in the fridge? Well, he keeps doing that. He's like, that's fucking mine. And then that's happened a couple of times, and it's always at the end of a chapter, and it just makes me giggle. And then she's gone for a shower. Basically, she's opened her case, and she's like 20 scrunchies are in there, and a blue one falls out. And he's like, I'll take that. Smells it. It smells like her, which is a little bit weird, but like I don't care. And then he's like, fuck, I'm fucking horny. Like, what is she doing to me? And he wraps that scrunchie around his dick. Basically jacks off to it. Comes all over his hand and the scrunchie. And he's like, well, this is fucking mine now. And I'm here giggling like a fucking mad woman. I actually can't cope, guys. I cannot cope. And then now he's being possessive. Not even possessive over her, like he's being protective. Like someone from her past come up, he's being protective over her. And it's just, yeah, I am giggling like a mad woman. And what's just happened in the bit I've just read, one sec. So he's basically like had a shower, and she's already had a shower, she's in bed, and he goes back into the room. He's like just in his towel. He's like, oh, I forgot to grab like my boxes and stuff. And she's like looking at him, she's like, oh, I promise not to look, like scouts on her. And then he goes in the bathroom, and he leaves the door like ajar slightly, because he's like, I'm only gonna be a second. And then he's like thinking about her, and he's like, fuck, like, okay, let me just bash one out just to get rid of it, like get it out of my system. And she walks into him like fisting his cock basically, and he's like, oh, what happened to not looking? She's like, well, to be honest, I've never been a scout, I've never known a scout, so their like honour means shit to me. And he's like, well, fucking look then, own it. And then he's still like wrapping around, and he puts his hand underneath like her mouth, and he's like, spit. And then she spits in his hand. Obviously he's like using it to lube up his dick. And then she's like, oh, can I? And he's like, can you what? And she's like, oh, can I suck your dick? And she's like, I've never like done it before. And he's like, what? Because like she was with her ex for like 5 years. He's like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, like anyone I was with before my ex, like was just a one-off, and he like never wanted it. He like never wanted me to do it. And then in Wade's POV, he's like letting his head, he's like, the fuck? A man that doesn't want his dick sucked should never be trusted, is my first thought. Yeah, I told Jack this because he was downstairs, so I told him what things, and he, like as soon as I said, oh, I was reading the first bit, like, oh, he never wanted me to suck it, and Jack was like, nah, that's not right, and I was like, okay, let me finish. And then I told him, but look, Wade said he doesn't trust him. He's like, yeah. He's like, absolutely not. Guys, when I tell you, this book is so fucking good. It's given 5-star. I've literally got like a third left, maybe. I am fucking giggling. I'm twerking because it's so good. I'm having the best time. Like, honestly, the best time. I'm so glad I picked this up. Like, I really wasn't like, I knew it was going to be good, and I knew that like it was going to hit, but do you know just when you're like, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know where to pick it up, like, do you know what I mean? And now I'm like, fuck yeah, so glad. Look how many fucking tabs I've done, honestly. Like, I love this book so much. Okay guys, I have finished what the fuck was I reading? Training the Heart. Literally my brain just went completely dead right then. I've finished it. I'm getting my eyebrows waxed tomorrow, by the way, guys, so don't peep that. Don't peep it, and my nose is all because I caught it. Ugh. Anyway, Yeah, finished Training the Heart. 5-star. I loved it. Like, I feel like Paisley Hope is just going to be one of those authors like Penelope Douglas and Elsie Silver that just does not miss. They might have like one book, and LJ should as well, love her. They might have like one book maybe that flies a little bit under the radar, but for the most part they're like with Penelope Douglas, like Birthday Girl was that one for me. It was like, I liked it, but it wasn't like, you know. Elsie Silver, Powerless was that one for me. LJ Shen, although I enjoyed it, Wildest Dreams is probably my least favourite so far, but I feel like for the most part they're autobiography authors. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they are autobiography authors. Anything they bring out, I will unhowl like crack. And I feel like Paisley Hope might be, I've only read the 2 books for her and they're from the same series, so I need to read Dove and I can't remember what the other one's fucking called. I know there's Fox, but I can't remember the other one. I don't know. But anyway, I need to read those ones, the motorcycle ones, so do it on the screen. And then I can let you know from other series. But both books now have been 5-star and I'm just giggling, giddy. It was just so good. I will say, the 3rd act, I 100% guessed. Like, I already knew that was going to be the 3rd act. It wasn't like a bad thing that I'd guessed. It was just, I had guessed. Like, as soon as it happened, I was like, or even before it happened, I was like, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. And then what did it do? It happened. And yeah, I enjoyed it though. I still really enjoyed it. A trope in there isn't my fave, but it worked. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it did work for this, I will say. And it didn't take over the story either. It was very much like near the end as well. So it wasn't like, let's chuck this and make the whole plot about this. Like, it wasn't like that. So I did enjoy it. The only thing I will say is the ex. What's his name? Barad, I think his name is. I do not like him. Why did he not get reprimanded? Is that the word? Like, why did he not get his comeuppance? Like, for what he did and then what we found out. Where was the justice? That's my only thing. But anyway, that is now 5 books. 5 books out of the 6 books that Cat chose me. I feel like this month is going to be at 100%er. And that will be the first time ever. I've done it where I've like almost hit, like obviously in April I did as well, where I'm like 1 book away, but I don't think I've ever actually hit the whole thing from recollection anyway. Like, obviously if you read my wrap-ups and stuff, like, let me know, but from recollection I don't think I've done like a whole full month. But this was the 6 that Cat chose for me. Obviously I put sort of like King of Wrath and Ruthless Boys as like a backup too. But we are on, so it's the 19th of May today. So I just finished Training the Heart. But I'm going to start Promised in Blood tomorrow. And that gives me like 11 days. 30 days of November. Yeah, so 30. Yeah, no. 30 days? Oh no, that was me singing. Sorry guys. Let me just, I'm so delirious, I'm so tired guys, honestly. That gives me 11 days. Yeah, 11 days, because see, I'm not starting anything tonight. It gives me 11 days to finish it, which is totally doable. It's a bank holiday on the Monday coming. The last one, I think we've got until the end of August, and then it'll be like Christmas until we get another bank holiday. But we've got like the end of May bank holiday, I think it's called. But it's my sister's 30th the next day, so we're going out the bank holiday because obviously we work on the Tuesday. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to do. But I do have the weekend, but like I do kind of low-key need to unpack some boxes. And yeah, I think that's my plan, but we'll see. Right, so I started Promised in Blood last night. If you hear something in the background, Jack's just playing the PlayStation. And I'm trying to get good at filming in front of him, so I thought what better to practice than tonight. Anyway, so I started Promised in Blood yesterday. This is the last book on the TBR Cat picked me, so I've done really well this month. I've only got 1 more book on my TBR for the month to read, which is my book club pick, so it's not one that Cat picked for me. So this is the last book that Cat picked for me, and I'm actually pat on my back, proud of that. I am 27. Let me check. So I'm 26% through. And I'm actually really enjoying it. I don't know, like, it's too early to say ratings. Obviously the last one was like a 4-star, and then that last chapter went up to a 4.5. So I think it's too hard to say what it's gonna be. Oh my god, my skin compared to yours, you're tan and I'm literally like a milk bowl. That's so funny. Anyway, yeah, so it's too early to say ratings so far, but I'm immersive reading this one as I did the first one. So I've got audio and Kindle read going on. I haven't started yet this evening. It is, what's the time? 9 o'clock?
9:06.
No, just after 9 o'clock. I've not done it yet because I was finishing the arc that I was reading because I only had like 40 minutes left. So I was like, well, might as well just finish that. That arc wasn't that good. We won't talk about that. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. It jumps straight into where book one finished, so I'm glad that it was only last month that I'd read and listened to the first one. It jumps straight back in where Alexandros and I can't remember her fucking name. What the hell was her name? Ophelia. Okay. Ophelia. I did think it was Ophelia, but then I was like second guessing myself. Anyway, Alexandros and Ophelia, where they've just sort of like bonded now. And now they've come back to Malachi, Xavier and Axel, I want to say. And now, because them three already bonded to her, so now they all know that each other's bonded. And yeah, we're seeing the dynamic. Ophelia has found out her past and what she is, what's going on there. There probably won't be as many updates for this one because it is the second book in a series and it's like a continuation. It's not like an interconnected standalone, so you have to read book one to know what's going on, but I'll try and give my thoughts as and when. But if you didn't watch last month's reading vlog, this is a Why Choose fantasy with like vampires and stuff, and we've also got a professor and there's also like swords crossing as well. But yeah, it's really good. I recommend to do the audio because it's like a full cast, so everybody has their own like narrator and they're just so good. And Joe Arden voices Alexandros, and he is just so, he's like, the way he talks and like the embodiment of how he gets these characters is so good. Like when he was in Little Stranger and he voiced Malachi, and he's also in Dance with Our Demons series by Steph Mackar, and he just embodies that like craziness and like yearningness and just a little bit psychotic, and I love that. Guys, let me just give you a quick rundown. Sorry, my nose is all bugged up. I've basically just had a day of it and I've just been crying a lot, but I finished Promising Blood last night, so let me just give you a quick rundown before I end this vlog. It was a 4-star. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much as book one. Like book one was just really, really good. It ends on a massive cliffhanger, so I think next month I'm definitely going to read. I think it's Bound in Blood is the third one. I'm definitely going to read that one next month, so that then I'm like all caught up or whatever. And yeah, I did really enjoy it, but just not as much as the first one. I don't know how to explain it. Alexandros, love him, but he was giving me like whiplash. He was going like really hot and cold, and it was just like a lot. But the ending was like a massive cliffhanger, and I was just like jaw on the fucking floor. It was a little bit sad, and it was just, yeah, a lot. And I just, yeah, I love all them guys so much, but that's all I can say really. It's really hard to say because it's like a continuation, like a fantasy continuation of a series. It's really hard to say stuff without like giving spoilers, whereas like a romance is like one book, it's a romance, like of course it can be happily ever after and stuff, so it's like hard. But yeah, thanks for watching part 2. That is my TBR done. Like I've done my whole TBR. I've just got one book left on my book club book, but that's not my TBR picks, which I'll read now. I think I might do like a full spoiler vlog for that one. It's Half City by Kate Golden, so the older side, and let you guys know. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.